Hello, ladies, and maybe some gentlemen.
Is that too loud for the morning, afternoon,
Yeah,
evening, whenever you're listening? But we're bringing the energy.
Oh my god, I keep seeing people put us on their tellies at home.
Oh, we're on the big
I
screen.
made it, Mummy, look at me.
Love the fact you guys can watch on YouTube as well.
Yeah. You can see us, you can hear us, you can put us in your car. In fact, I would like people to tag us in your stories, the weirdest place you're currently listening to us.
Yeah, and I'd like to know like when and where you listen. Like,
Yeah. We nosy.
All good vibes. Anyway, we are talking about wedding venues today.
Woo, woo.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome,
The Unfiltered Bride podcast, tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
Bethany,
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
you're not cool.
Yeah.
You're not. Real question. You have to answer. Don't float around it. If you got engaged tomorrow and you had to get married in the UK, which venue? Go.
I don't know.
No, you have to answer. Don't let these people listen and just be sat there waiting for you to think of an answer.
I don't know.
No, you
the
have to pick
answer.
one.
Depends.
You know your style. I know where you'd get married.
Where?
No, there's one. I've got a wedding there in a few
Uridge?
weeks. Yeah. No, I don't actually think Uridge is very you inside though.
I know, but I like the lake.
I know.
It's very itty. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I'd like to get married abroad.
Yes.
So that Uridge does bring.
Yeah.
Bring
But
the.
I pitch you in somewhere whiter, cleaner.
Okay, go ahead.
Crumpleberry. Sorry if I've murdered that. It's just very minimal.
Double check it's the one I'm
White,
looking at.
black lines.
Oh, I love vein.
Like just. Or oh my god, I'm gonna have to find it. How am I gonna find it? I have to find it after. I found a venue that's literally just a massive glass house.
Yeah, I like Crumpleberry. It's cool,
Insane.
but it's a little bit dark for me actually.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
It's a bit too industrial, but I do like the vibe. Actually, yeah, I like it.
I feel like you could etiquette that up.
I have got a wedding there, and the vibe we're doing with her is sick.
Nice.
I feel like I'm more of like the Corinthia kind of gal, London bougie vibes.
Interesting. Okay.
Where else did you say?
I have to find it for you. It's like a big glass house.
Anywhere. Oh yeah, I like a glass
orangery.
house.
Everybody seems to love an orangery at the moment.
Yeah, but as long as it's got aircon, I'm cool because I am one
Ooh,
of those gals.
interesting.
I'm a sweaty gal. It's in my jeans, girls. You
What's
know,
the sweats in your jeans?
no, girls. If you are a sweaty gal like me, you know. If you know. Anything you do, you bloody sweat. So thanks, mum and dad, for that one.
Oh, soz. So
where-
maybe not a glass house.
If it's got aircon.
Okay.
Anywhere that is beautiful, white, clean, got zero character.
Nice. See, so the reason I asked you this question is because I am the total opposite of you.
Yeah, I know.
Like that is orange. Like I do like clean and white, but some of them are my worst nightmare. My whole point of that question is, you do you, babe.
Yeah, but also I want a really cool like a bar evening room. Like I want that to be edgy,
A
like
vibe.
edgy.
Yeah, but can you make it edgy? Like, could
Yeah,
you have something? Could
yeah, I
you
know,
have a
but-
marquee and make it edgy?
I to be fair, I would quite like a marquee, but I'd like a dark like navy blue walls, like like a really like gentleman's club, speakeasy
Like a
bar.
strip club?
No strip club.
Jack just can't come in.
Speakeasy vibes in the evening.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
But
okay.
I also need a massive space for a massive band.
Okay. Big
This
dance floor?
is like unlimited budget, which I don't have. Not engaged, not getting married, don't have an unlimited budget, but a gal can dream, right?
Gal can dream. Gal can.
Or in an ideal world, I go to the Maldives for like a week with everybody.
Fair. Can I come?
Basically, I'm the most extra person you'll ever meet, so
But yeah, until you're at the point where you actually have to pay for it, that's when it all gets a little bit depressing.
can I have a freebie.
Maybe if we get famous from the podcast, you can hashtag gifted.
Guys, please get me here so I invite you all to my wedding.
Everybody who subscribes can be invited to Beth's wedding.
Yep.
For free.
Anyway, so where would you get married?
I did get married.
No, but if you
If
you
I was
still
gonna do it
pick the
again.
same venue?
Yeah. I loved our venue. I loved like
It was
genuinely.
so quirky, cool, like the pub.
Yeah.
Love the pub.
So we picked the pub because it looks like TGI Fridays.
For anyone who doesn't know, Georgie got married at Rice Farm.
Rice Farm. It's spelt Reese Farm, so feel free to call it that.
No,
until you've got
Candice
it
will
right.
kill
Yeah, I know, but
you.
everyone calls it that and then I feel bad. So
Candice,
it is
I
Rise
got your
Farm.
back. Candice.
But it's like, it's just cool. That's the only way I think I can describe it. It's just a cool place. Like the vibe is already there. You can't be boring at Rise Farm, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the little pub on site It's basically, it's like an outside barn.
Yeah,
so they've
it's
turned it into a little mini. It's got a little bar in there.
Yeah,
pool
I wouldn't call it a
table.
pub because I think people are
A picture
picturing like Queen Vicky Stenders
It's
vibes.
not Queen, but yeah.
It's got pool table in the middle, really cool like leather, like vintage
Just
kind
weird.
of.
And loads of stuff hanging
mismatch.
from the ceilings.
Like I was there when I was at the wedding. I looked up, it was like a tricycle hanging from the ceiling, but really, really cool. Like
it's called Clutter. So at TGI Fridays, it was called Clutter. So for us, that was we met at TGI
Whiskey
Fridays.
bar.
Yeah, like it was bougie as hell. So that was already one selling point. And then the other bit is just, it's a really nice, really big, long barn that you can't, like you don't have to add loads to it, but equally you can still personalize it.
and got a really good sound system and all of that. And then the new ceremony barn.
Oh my God.
See, I'd like if I was getting married in a barn, that's the ceremony barn I'd get married in.
Yes.
White, black,
Just
well,
clean.
it's not even white. It's like a light grey.
Yeah, just neutral.
Beige.
So they that was my bridezilla moment where I was like, guys, I really want to get married here. I need a ceremony barn.
So she made them convert.
Is it the best thing ever or not?
One of their, what were they before?
So it's like, it's old turkey farms. Shit, like barns.
There are no turkeys there anymore.
There's no turkeys, but basically there's
Candice,
four barns.
Candice and Ross ate them for Christmas.
R.I.P. One of the end barns, the end like eighth of that bit is now a ceremony barn, which genuinely is the only thing that the venue didn't have, and now they have it. So you can't really go wrong. But I wouldn't have a different venue. I'm so pleased with the venue, and looking back at the photos, like every angle
Fits the
looks
vibe.
cool,
Vibe
and it was
check.
very us. So again, some people will look at it and be like, absolutely not for me.
Too rustic.
Fine. But I wanted to do a thing about venues, because I think sometimes people don't know what they're looking for, don't know how to find what they're looking for, don't know what their non-negotiables are. So one of my first questions if I'm doing planning for people is, what's your non-negotiable? And then sometimes when you talk about it a little bit more, you realise that actually it is pretty negotiable.
I have also found that so many of my couples have booked venues which doesn't meet the styling vibe, and I'm like, it can work magic, but I cannot change a venue.
Yeah.
Like if you want a black tie luxe styling,
There's some
don't
venues
get
that don't match.
married in a rustic barn that has no black elements, is very Hessian.
Yeah, I do think you need to know. It's difficult though, because when you get engaged, the thing you want to do
Book the
will
venue.
then change. Well, you book the venue, but then your style changes, so you can't change venues. But question, I'll do my planning meeting for you. What's your non-negotiable? So you've just got engaged. Congratulations, well done.
Oh, guys, it's a
Stop
big
it.
day. Finally happened.
Oh my
I
God,
don't
can we clip this down so that everyone thinks Beth got engaged?
I don't have the ring.
Do you want to borrow my ring?
I probably won't fit on my fat fingers.
I got fat fingers too. Here you go.
Oh my God, fat finger friends. Thanks.
I'm a N for never gonna happen. That's how Brian remembered it.
Oh my God, your ring
it too
actually
big?
fits.
Oh, does it fit? Yay!
Oh no.
You can wear that for this episode.
Brian secretly wanted to marry me anyway, so it just makes sense.
Yeah, Holly Robinson Jewelry made the ring. She was like, actually, I made this for Beth, but
Yeah, I'm
you
going
can
to give
have
it back because I'm a bit nervous. So
Okay.
I'll knock it or do something.
thank you.
Beautiful ring, Holly.
Anyway, congratulations, Beth. You've just got engaged.
Thank you.
It's time to look for a venue. What is your non-negotiable?
Oh, I haven't really thought about this because I don't get married. I'm not getting.
Okay, how many guests? You must have thought about a guest list at some point.
No, because we're always going to get married abroad.
Okay, we'll stick to the same number.
No, I'm not having 20 people in the UK. 30 people. So we've got quite a lot of friends.
Do you?
Just like snotted.
Let's say it's 100 people. So my question will sometimes then be,
I'm like
Is
literally
it-
diving every question you ask.
is it actually 100 people? This is then when people go,
Easily 100
well,
people.
actually, if I find the perfect venue, I could cut some
Easily.
people.
No, we've got family, friends, couple friends.
So 100 is
work
bare
friends,
minimum.
Bare mins.
So even if you find the most perfect venue and it's set 80 people, would you rule it out?
Jack's paying for it, so no, I'm not allowed to.
So you would not. So you would rule out a venue if it was too small.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So that's your non-negotiable.
Because, do you know why? Because like even if we didn't, we'd want evening guests.
Yeah, but sometimes the venue
No,
isn't thingy. To...
Non-negotiable numbers.
Okay, that's fine. You do you. What about accommodation on site?
100%.
Why?
Nobody wants to be getting taxis.
Why?
Can't be asked.
Lazy.
Or you have to organise. You feel obliged to organise it.
We only organise taxis on ours because
I
it's
would
New
want
Year.
my bridal... I want my bridal party, my family, be able to stay.
But would it rule out a venue?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Again, people will disagree. My venue had no accommodation, so we had to sort everybody out.
I'd also want a 2-nighter.
Jesus, anything else?
Because I feel like it's too quick. I want to do like
Yeah.
a brunch the next day.
Yeah, but then that adds up,
Brunch
man.
and barbecue. Have
Oh,
I
okay.
got a budget?
Yeah, no, okay, we need a budget for you then. What, realistically, if you had to say right now, what would you feel comfortable spending on a wedding?
Nothing.
£0.
My problem is, obviously, I do all the styling and all the decor. I don't have to pay for that because it's my own kit, my own stuff.
Fair.
Flowers, I'd get in wholesale, so I'd pay wholesale price.
Yeah, okay. I might do a bit of coordinating for you.
You'll do it for free. I also think I'd get quite a bit for free.
Yeah. Pull some strings.
Well,
No, the thing is, like, and I did similar, is swapping things. It's not even pulling strings and getting freebies. It's, I'll do this for you.
Yeah.
You do this for me.
Yeah, for sure. So, but that would mean I'll be like, oh, so we haven't spent here, so I can spend more on my dress and more on the venue and more on this, and it would just be ridiculous.
So let's say 30 grand then. Let's go. 30 grand is a healthy budget for you that can pull some strings. So, are you still doing 2 nights?
Well, I don't know how much 2-night venue costs.
I don't know. We're playing a game for the listeners.
Roleplay.
So, but what I'm trying to get to is how many of your non-negotiable things
Are realistic.
are actually things that you'll follow through with, because you wouldn't rule out a venue just because they didn't have the second day available.
I would.
What? So you wouldn't think about going somewhere else?
No, because I've done that before, and do you know what it is? Hotels. Checking in and out of hotels is a nightmare, because most of your guests, if they're not from the area, will have to stay in the area the night before.
Yeah, well, why can't you do something in the local area?
And then they stay at the wedding venue.
Yeah.
Then now we need to check out and go stay at another venue.
Oh, so this is because you put accommodation at the venue. Oh, seems like it's negotiable now.
No, so I would do 2-night. I want a venue. To be fair, I want a weekend package venue. Friday where we can set up.
Yeah.
Saturday wedding. Sunday brunch.
Set up to me was a non-negotiable.
Like,
personally, because I wanted to touch everything. I wanted to check it. I didn't want to. There's like a lot of couples that book me, especially, is because they have to set up on the morning of the wedding and they need someone to trust to do it.
I'm sorry, venues. I love you all, not all of you, but your timings are so unreasonable sometimes. Like, you can't let me in for 11 o'clock when
For
the
a 12 o'clock
ceremony is
ceremony.
like 12:30.
Yeah.
12:30 ceremony means guests arriving at 11:30.
Yeah.
The way we like to work,
You better scatter some rose petals down and run.
it's even if you bring an army of people in.
Yeah.
The main goal of a stylist, florist, whoever's doing your decor, is you want them to come in, make it pretty, and go. You don't want to see vans, you don't want to see staff, you don't want to see.
As a coordinator, I hate vans and stuff. And I'm like, guys, move your stuff. People are literally, the first impression they're going to get is a big white transit van.
Big dirty van.
Front. Ugh, ick.
Yeah, that's whenever the girls message me, I'm like, make sure that van's moved. Sometimes we're there for turnaround, so we are out and about, but basically I don't mind if we're lighting candles or doing things like pretty things, but not lugging in boxes or any of that in front of guests. That's a non-negotiable for me.
Why do you think it is that venues don't let you in so early then? Is it because they are clearing down
from the night? So basically what happens is, someone gets married, guests checking out. That's the problem. If it's like an exclusive use venue, I'm sorry, you're not going to want to get check out at 8 o'clock in the morning after your wedding.
Yeah.
You've got to take your cards away. You've got to take any DIY bits you've done. You've got to get your dress out. You've got to get breakfast.
This is something to think about. I'll pause you there. Is the DIY bit. If you're doing loads of stuff yourself, you need to figure out the next day getting rid of that.
Cars, people, getting it all back into place. So yeah, non-negotiable would be I'd want a weekend.
Would it have to be a weekend?
No, 3 days is fine.
So okay, so you could have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe like an Airbnb. I do an Airbnb as well.
I think I pitch you in something like that. If you did England, I would pitch you in,
because I wouldn't want anyone else to get married.
Yeah. God, you're such a diva. You're such a bridezilla. You've only been engaged for like 30 minutes. So
the ring's off.
It's done. So what about like location and stuff like that? Would you how far do you think is too far for guests to travel?
I think anything over an hour and a half.
What if it's a 2-dayer?
2 days. It depends. If, for example, you've got guests coming from up north and you're from the Cotswolds, that's fair. I think 70% of your guests will be within an area.
Yeah.
Or 50% because
two
families. So either meet in the middle for them. Yeah. But if you've got, for example, you're both from Cheltenham and you're going to send everyone to Newcastle, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even if it was the most perfect venue, I'd have to fly everyone there. Private jet.
So I have some couples that are, so I literally spoke to someone the other day. They've got Scotland or Warwickshire, something like that. There was two.
Wow.
And they were like, this is actually, I've totally made up the two people that I'm talking about, confused two people. But let's say Scotland and Warwickshire. They wanted to find somewhere totally different so that both sets of the family had to travel.
Fair.
So that there was
no
not
drama.
so it wasn't like, oh, we're all going to Scotland.
Meet in the middle.
That's where he is. Yeah. So
where's the middle?
Don't ask me. I literally don't even know where
Manchester?
I live. Mate, honestly, you're speaking to the wrong person.
I don't know.
I have many skills. Direction is not
Geography was my worst. You know, I had a really fit geography teacher. So when I was at school, I just didn't all the girls just didn't do anything. And maps.
I can do proper geography, like meandering, like rivers and mouth and all of that stuff. I can't. I do the mouth of a river. It's the bit where it goes into the sea. You didn't hear that bit. You heard your teacher say mouth and was like, yeah.
My mum listens to this.
Hello, mum. But I have no, like, I will book weddings and then I have to just figure out where they are. And I had to sat nav. I have absolutely no idea if I'm going up, down, left or right.
I'd say we are really, really smart and clever at what we do, but just not geography.
Yeah, I've skilled in other places. I don't need to know that. My phone's got that. Anyway.
Also, do you think that's a generation thing though? We've got sat navs.
I don't need to know.
I don't know what motorway or A road or.
My stepmom will. You can drop her off somewhere and she'd be like, "Yeah, I must be going north on the M6." And what the fuck are you talking about? Why do you need to know? Why are you filling your brain with that? I know song lyrics.
Yeah. Song lyrics. Please turn left at the roundabout.
Anyway, we went off. So you think an hour and a half is as far as people should travel, unless it's longer.
Unless you're two different. But like, let's say you're. Yeah, I don't think, like, no one wants to travel. And also, I'm not being rude, weddings are expensive for guests.
They are expensive.
Like, I know it's expensive for you,
yeah.
But you've got wedding outfits. 9 times out of 10, most people buy something new. Travel, gift,
accommodation,
food
the day before,
drinks.
Day after, drinks on the day. Yeah, agreed. So, okay, so we're saying an hour and a half. What else is like non-negotiable for you looking for a venue?
I would like a free bar.
So no corkage then?
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah, we were no corkage. We had to, because there was no point.
If this wedding venue exists, someone holler at me.
Give us a call and let Beth know that it's here.
Call me.
Like, I think it's quite difficult as well to find super DIY venues. Like, I personally, when I'm looking for couples, love looking for dry hire venues.
Dry hire venues. If you're DIY, that's what you need.
Amazing, because it means you can bring all your own drink, all your own food, bring your own staff, everything. They're harder to organise, but they're way more personal then.
That's why you get a wedding planner who's been in marquees.
Marquees are my favourite to work at. I love working at marquee, but it's very on brand for me. I
feel like at a marquee you can get like a real dream team, like catering, bar, decor.
You put your mark on a marquee. Mark on a marquee. They are the easiest to make personal.
Yes,
but they are the hardest to orchestrate because you've got plates, like glassware, napkin, like you have to get everything.
There isn't a cupboard out the back that's got something.
PA system. You
have to bring a kitchen,
lighting, catering tent. Like, you need to do everything. But there's some really good marquee companies around that will kind of give you a all in.
I like it.
I like a marquee. So if you're looking for DIY spaces, marquees are always a good. Marquees, teepees, yurts. Freaking love a yurt. They're cool. Would you ever have something like that?
I wouldn't have a yurt.
No,
I just think they're quite dark.
No, I disagree. I've seen some really bright yurts. You've got to be quite boho-y for a yurt. Again, picking the venue, knowing full well your vibe is important. My vibe could do a yurt,
sit in a yurt, yeah.
But I wouldn't have had the same wedding that I would have had. It wouldn't have been New Year's Eve. Like, they don't go to me.
Festival vibe, go for it.
100%. Bright colours.
I could do a marquee, but I'd want a open, like a clear span roof.
I've seen these most amazing ones.
Chandeliers.
Yes. You've got your own chandeliers?
No.
Put those up? No?
No, we use Crescent Moon.
Oh, okay.
Shout out.
Bring those. I picture you with I picture you in a glass marquee.
Yeah.
We're going to need some sponsors on the podcast.
I'm going to need some land. Anyone got a garden?
No, but there's loads of places where you can get land. If you speak to marquee companies, they'll point you in the direction of people that will do it there.
Guys, I'm not engaged.
Okay, well,
when I am
playing house,
I will do my own separate podcast called Beth's Wedding.
No, don't be like that.
You
I want to come.
You can be a guest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Any more things that you think are super important?
So what have we said? Bedrooms,
accommodation on site, location, guest numbers, vibe. Oh, I know Corkage. One that's important to me is the team that work there.
100%.
But the other problem is, if you're booking a venue based on that team member, they may not be there when you get married, which is, some people get really upset about that. But obviously, as a venue coordinator, you can't just stay somewhere because you've got nice couples coming up. So you need to make sure that the entire team are responsive, are genuinely interested in your day. You don't feel like a number. Like, these are all important. And making sure that they get back to emails. Like, to me, emails is a biggie. You know, when they don't answer you.
Yeah.
You're like, just let me know how many.
What do you think is a reasonable time for emails? You've got to think these venues, a lot of venues aren't massive teams.
No, I think you have to think about the team. I think you do have to think about how many people are within a team. But to me, like, if I didn't get a reply within a week, that's...
I'd also ask
I would
the
expect it to
question...
be less than that, but...
I'd also ask the question of how many weddings happen, how many coordinators do you have, do you get assigned an account manager?
Some of them don't put the venue they don't let you know who your venue coordinator is until like 4 weeks before.
But that is because of turnover of staff, so it makes sense. I think 6 months is fair. So what we do, so you get like a year out email just saying, hey, checking in, year to go, any changes, this is what we've got. And then 6 months prior is when you get your account manager.
Yeah, fine. 6 months is ages. 6 months is time to build a relationship with somebody. But I think not, because that person's going to be there on the day, I'd kind of want to make sure you get on.
It's hard. I've been in wedding coordinator roles and I never used to work weekends.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Because the problem is, right, let me tell you how it works at venues. The problem is you've got chef.
Yeah.
You've got ops team.
Oh, okay.
You've got event team.
Yeah.
Then you've got the wedding coordinator who promises the whole entire world.
And then isn't there.
And these guys have got to deliver it. And then when you've got both, like the wedding coordinator and the ops team, you're like...
I had exactly that. And now you've said it. So I worked at a hotel and I was the person who sold the wedding, promised the dream of the wedding, did all that stuff. And then you would hand over the day plan to the ops team. And the bride and grooms used to be really upset by it. Because they'd be like, we've literally done it with you. Why are you not going to be there?
I get it though.
Which is why I then started doing coordinating. Because I was like, I want to do the wedding.
Yeah, like there were some weddings that I was at.
I'd want the buzz of a wedding.
But the whole point was I'd do late show rounds in the week. Like you can't do, like as a coordinator, you can't sell, you can't account manage, you can't do final details and be there at every single wedding.
Well, it depends how many coordinators you've got, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it is also quite difficult.
Would you ever be put off by the amount of weddings that a venue does?
Yes.
Would you? Why?
Do
you want to feel special?
No, because I want those 3 days.
Yeah, but say if they
did I wouldn't want
100 weddings a year.
You can I don't want to feel back to back. I don't want to see another couple leaving as I arrive. That's something I don't want.
That's a non-negotiable for you.
Non-negotiable.
Okay. Even if it...
I don't want the cleaners still clearing up the confetti from the day before.
Don't, because this is why sometimes venues don't allow confetti.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
But I get it. Like I get how venues work. I get it's a business. And some people who do have a lot of weddings in the area that we work with, they have got a lot of account managers, a lot of wedding coordinators. Yeah. They've got it nailed. I was their process to a T.
Slick.
And there are some actually that I will give serious credit to. Yeah. When they say I've got to be there at 7 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
And they will not let me in a minute before because that's the way they work.
Yeah.
Their end goal is amazing. Their customer service is amazing. And that is what you need. If the venue does a lot of weddings, they are in control and make sure everything goes
and it
to
does
plan.
normally mean that the wedding day runs very seamlessly because they literally do it every day.
Yeah.
It sounds awful, but it's not a special day for them. They go in, they serve the food, they go home.
No,
but a chef in a kitchen, no offense, does not care about you.
Oh, but the wedding coordinators do.
Yeah, some do.
Venue coordinators.
Yes, some do.
Oh, I always used to be so excited. I'd be like,
because you like weddings.
It's so-and-so's wedding
Not everybody loves weddings.
Your little dog's here.
But not everybody is like that.
And I think that's why we do so well. It's because I genuinely...
I fucking love weddings.
Love weddings.
I wonder if there'll be a point where I don't anymore. It hasn't happened yet.
I just I love meeting I love meeting everyone and talking about it.
I get that feeling at a wedding, like even the first wedding of the year, I was sat there in the church and I was like, I'm at their wedding. I'm at their wedding. Like, how can you not like that job?
I want some more people to invite me to their weddings.
I'm sure you could get invited to weddings. You can come with me. You can come coordinate with me.
So I was thinking that when you had the job advert of a wedding coordinator, I could do it.
Oh my God, we would be a bit of a powerhouse.
Yeah, but I've got my guys to look after.
I know. You have to do styling. You would be a bit too involved in the styling as well. I'd have to be like, leave that. We've actually got to sort people out.
Yeah.
I work for the couple. You work for the styling.
I work for the couple also.
No, but like your main job is to make sure that styling is banging.
Yeah.
That's what they paid you to do.
Yeah.
Mine's to
like polish the edges. Yeah. Whereas you're
I'm good at a little finger in every pie. I like all the pies, obviously. And you stick to one good pie. So for couples that are right at the start of their journey, that are going to venues, what would you say to them is important to ask?
Ooh. Definitely what time they can get access.
Yeah.
Especially bridal prep.
Yeah, some venues don't let you in.
No, you got to go to different venues. And also sometimes, I'm not being funny, like a 10 a.m. arrival doesn't work for hair and makeup.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere else and then come in.
And then makeup artists and hairdressers charge for two locations.
But again, some people, that won't matter to them, and that's fine. You just need to know if it does matter to you.
Some people won't find that a non-negotiable, but you just want the morning as seamless
just need
as possible.
to know about it.
Yeah.
To know logistically, cool, I don't mind that. I just have to make sure I've sorted that. Fine.
Second, can I bring all my own suppliers in? Certain venues only work with certain suppliers. Have in-house florists and things like that.
And sometimes you just need to look out for the fact that a venue hire cost might be pretty cheap, but you have to use their caterer, and the caterer is very expensive. So it could be that venues, and obviously venues have to make money. There's no shade around that, but just make sure that you know the full costs. If you're tired of wedding planning stress ruining the excitement of your big day, then you need to download Bridebook.
It's the UK's #1 wedding planning app.
You can literally plan your whole wedding with the use of their app and actually enjoy the journey.
The tools they have on the app are so good. They make sure you don't miss a thing with your own personalised checklist, and you don't need to worry about overspending because their intelligent budget tracker has got your back.
But probably the most exciting thing, and something that I even use as a wedding planner, is that they have over 100,000 different venues and suppliers on the platform, so you can find the dream team that's perfect for you and your partner.
It's so helpful when planning to keep everything in one place. So I'm pretty sure that's why 2 out of 3 couples in the UK use it.
And the best part from the cheap gal is that it's free.
So why wait? Go and join the 1.3 million couples who already use Bridebook today.
Download the Bridebook app for free now in the App Store or Google Play Store. Happy planning.
So more questions to ask the venue. Real candles, yes or no?
Yeah, see, that didn't bother me. I couldn't have real candles. The roof was literally Hessian. It would have gone up like a...
But it's good to
Hey,
know.
I had Hessian and a black tie wedding.
Yeah, it was, but
It wasn't Hessian.
Most barns don't look like
true.
Rise.
Okay,
like
fair.
Rise is a bougie barn.
True. Okay, carry on.
It,
As you were.
It wasn't stone floor. It was. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But we couldn't. So that was a reason why we couldn't have candles. So to me, LED candles aren't a no-go. I actually felt more comfortable having LED ones because I wasn't worrying about.
But you have to have
people.
good ones.
Yeah, I've got etiquette events.
There's no yellow waxy drippy.
No. People still picture the LED candles. You know those little ones that have got the click on the bottom? That's what people picture. But I've seen people try and turn off, like blow out LED candles. And I'm like, oh, bless you. That's not.
Sound restrictions for bands. Can you have bands? Can the music stay on past
Late
license
music, bar. Jinx.
Jinx again.
What about things like stuff you can and can't have? I think that's quite a good question.
For sure. What
Fireworks?
can I have? Also, favours. Can I have an alcoholic favour, or am I going to get charged corkage on it? Can I have a cocktail hour, or is it just set prosecco? And
what time does the bar open? What time do our free drinks have to go away? I think the first time you look around a venue, you don't need to. I think you need to ask the big things, like availability, pricing. The general, they should tell you the general stuff of it. When you then think you like that place and you go back, this is, oh my gosh, should I just I'll write a questions thing that people can get.
Free downloadable.
All the list of things to then go and ask. But I wouldn't ask it on the first time round because
it's
you
too
don't
much.
need to know.
You're going to spend too long at these venues. Yeah,
and it's just, at that point, you don't really need to know unless wedding favours being alcohol is really, really important to you and is a non-negotiable, then fine. But I think just go and see it. It's like buying a house. When you walk in, you'll know. You'll know if it's got the potential and the location is right. But I do also think, like, when you buy a house, something's got to give.
I also would say don't be too excited. Don't have your venue goggles on, aka beer goggles on.
Yeah.
Like, go back, have another look, take parents. I know you say don't get involved, but I'd say these are my top 3 venues. Do you want to come and have a look with them?
Yeah. Tell me what you think is the best. And then that's when you then start to get all this information, make a nice little chart, figure out which one is, if you like them all, which one's going to give you the best experience so that you can bring all your own stuff in and make it like your day, your wedding.
Your wedding, your way.
Okay, I think they're pretty good. What I'll try and do is get a question list together so that you guys can download it from the website. I've got a question for you.
Yep.
What's the worst venue that you've worked at?
No comment.
No, you have to answer. You can't play games like that.
Sorry.
Okay, tell me why it's your least favourite venue and we just won't say names.
My least... To be fair, I can't think of one specifically, but like a combination of the things that I dislike about venues are it's really scruffy around the edges.
Yeah.
Like venues have to invest.
Do you think guests notice that though?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes the bit that gets left is the bedrooms. And that's where the guests stay.
Yeah, true. Well, you don't. I do find that people don't look in all the bedrooms because you haven't got time.
You get good and bad bedrooms.
And there's a reason. If I was going to look at venues and bedrooms now, I would pick a random number and say, could we look in bedroom 21?
Yeah,
because
we only get shown the best
of
ones.
course you only get shown the best ones, which I get, but you need to know that they're all
let me know which of the crap ones are, so I'll put people I don't like in there.
Exactly. Yeah. Do it on purpose.
So yeah, that's one of it. Just unorganized. There's certain venues that are just so like everything's everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
And that you find a lot of the time that we're actually picking up the pieces on the wedding day with stuff that's not even our problem.
Agree.
But we've all got the end goal in mind of the couple. I don't know. What would you say?
Well, mine's a bit different. Mine is just not nice people.
Yeah.
Mine is when venues make it really difficult for suppliers.
That's one of them, yeah. We all have to work together.
Yeah, and it'd be so much nicer if we all have a nice day. Like, genuinely, it can be a really fun... some weddings that I do are genuinely some of the best days of my life because they're so much fun to work. Like, it doesn't feel like working. It's great. Other ones, you're just like... why are you being a dick? There's no need. There is no need.
It's difficult because... we've got a good venue and they were like, guys, can you just quickly help us move this table or do that? We'd be like, yeah, no worries.
1,000,000%.
Or if something had happened, the bride or groom was late or something and we had a tighter turnaround, with good venues, we'd be like, hey guys, can you help us like lay the tables? Because our timing's been reduced from 2.5 hours to 45 minutes.
The thing that I think and it's not just venues, wedding suppliers forget is that we are the repeat business. Your bride and groom's not getting married again, so they might recommend you to some friends. The suppliers recommend suppliers. So if I go to a venue and they're really nice people, where do you think I'm going to recommend people go and have a look? Like, it works both ways.
But also, we've recently just stood our ground with other suppliers and other venues and just said, no, we're not working with you anymore.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not going to put our jobs are hard enough as they are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make my team's jobs more difficult by putting them around people that make their jobs difficult.
I've had sometimes people that make me literally feel like I want to cry. Even like a wedding last year, a venue coordinator there that purposely made it so difficult. And like I said, just remember one little comment, and I kind of hope she's listening just so that she can know that this was dicky. I had been helping all day. It was obviously she was already put off. It's not who you're thinking, by the way. She was already... no, it's not. She was already put out by the fact that there was a wedding coordinator that was come. I did my normal, I'm not going to step on your toes. Like, you do what you're doing. I'll do what I'm doing.
Sorry, can I just butt in there?
Go on.
If you are a venue coordinator...
What's your problem?
Having a wedding coordinator means that you have a really fucking easy day.
Legit, go and have a cup of tea. I'll do some of the stuff.
Chill out, hun.
I think, I don't really know why it is. I think they get their back out a little bit.
Do you know what it is? They are, and I feel for them actually, and I do feel for them because you're doing long hours, a busy summer, probably underpaid, knackered, being told you've got to stay an extra 3 hours because X, Y, Z, and you're just like...
Yeah, but then somebody comes in and goes, hiya, we'll work together today, I'll help you. Why would you then go...
Or it just highlights what you do and don't do as a job.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am going to shout out all the venue coordinators who are amazing at their jobs.
1,000,000%.
It's a really, really tough job. It's a really tough industry. Like I said, massively underpaid, undervalued. You sell, you run, you hold that venue together.
This is why, and
you
80% of the time I'll go and we'll get on really well. We'll have a great day. Genuinely, they can go and do a little bit more of the admin work that they've got to be doing.
Catch up on like table plans, floor plans.
I genuinely am there to be helpful for it. Also, a lot of venues have catering and bar in-house. That means that they can focus on doing that bit. I'll worry about all the little bits that the bride and groom want to do and stuff like that. The other day, the person that said to me, I was literally saying to her, I said about the bits that I was doing and all of this, and she was just eggy about it. I then at one point was, for the wedding breakfast, I get out of the way. It's nothing to do with me. If they want help, I will help, but it's nothing to do. So I went over to her and said, I'm going to be sat over there. If you need me, just shout me. She went, yeah, I think I can do this bit, thanks. And I was like,
oh my God, where is this?
I have to tell you after. But like,
tell me.
You won't know it anyway. Why do you have to be a dick? Why you got to be a dickhead? All I'm saying, you clip this, put this on TikTok, Brian. There is absolutely no need to be a dickhead when somebody's doing their job. You do your job, I'll do my job, and there'll be some bits that we work together on, or that you say to me, do you mind getting this? And I'll go, no problem at all.
What I think is really important is we all have the end goal of making sure your day is perfect. And it's not a power trip. It's not a hierarchy. It's nothing to do with any of that. So if you want to behave like that, then you shouldn't be in weddings.
100%.
We need to make sure the couple have the absolute best day. And like, I've had it. My team have rang me and gone, hey, Beth, we need... You did it with one of my team members.
What'd I do?
And you were like, I need some extra hands to do something in the kitchen or something.
Oh my God, yeah. We had to set up loads, and there was somebody dropping off some stuff from etiquette, and I was like, bro, please help me. And he helped me set all the platters ready for the thing. Like, that's... And equally, if I was going somewhere and you guys said, can you bring back the napkins? Yeah, of course I can. Like, it just works both ways. We've diversed a little bit, but I love most venues. I just think if you work at a venue, don't be a dick. And if you're looking for a venue, just make sure that you are 100% happy and confident in the venue you've picked. Or get some help externally if you're doing something very DIY. You can't know it all.
Well, to be fair, you can get a really beautiful venue and then you might not get a good vibe with the team. Yeah. But by having a wedding coordinator, you set that vibe. You're the punch bag in the middle.
Yeah, I don't mind being a punch bag.
Can I punch you?
I'm quite strong, yeah.
Oh.
Mate, I'll arm wrestle you.
I will win.
No, you won't. You know it. We'll arm wrestle after this. We'll put that on thing.
Okay. Guys, who do you think would win?
It's so obvious who will win. Brian, I think Brian had it in the wedding. Did you put in the wedding about me arm wrestling men?
Yeah.
I arm wrestle men.
I was like, she's a...
No, I'm just strong. Why? You can't say that word.
Touching all these boys.
I'm beating these boys. It's embarrassing for them.
It's embarrassing for you.
No, because I'm winning.
No one wants the butch gal.
No, I'm not butch. I'm strong. You're just jealous because I can.
I think that's events life. Actually, you have to be strong,
mate.
You cannot be a wettie. You need to pick up charge plate boxes.
Yeah.
You need to move things. You need to.
Sometimes people say, "Are you okay moving the tables?" And I'm like, I literally set up tables every day.
Catering is the best place.
Yeah. Should we do some bitches from a bride?
Bitches from a bride.
Every time we say we don't have a jingle, we still don't have a jingle.
Okay, so hey guys, love the podcast. Thank you. So I've had a bit of a nightmare at our venue. We had a new girl who booked the wedding with us and promised lots of things that were included, which we found out today aren't. She no longer works there. I wonder why. For example, they said the bedrooms were included, but they're an additional £3,000.
That's a bad mistake for a start.
Said we had a DJ, but we don't. We've booked a band anyway, so not too much. Said we had 3 options for people to choose from for food. This is £500 extra. Said chair dressings included. They're not. Said we could have a cocktail hour, an extra £1,500. Extra welcome drink, not included. We do have a contract that we've both signed, so it's equally our fault, but they've agreed the contract isn't clear. So they're doing what they can. It's not their fault, but just frustrating.
Yeah,
we should have read through our contract.
But the problem is, like, some of the stuff you said there was, she said we could do a cocktail hour.
Yeah.
She didn't tell you how much it is. You can do a cocktail hour, but it's going to cost
you. She said it was included.
Yeah, that's the...
Everything.
You need to make
writing. For example, I've had team members here who have agreed things.
Yeah.
If you've got it in writing, I will honour it.
100. You have to. You got to. So
can't go back on your word.
I think it goes back to your venue goggles thing. You get so excited and you book a venue and you'll sign it and pay them money because you don't want them to put the date to anybody else. No, you read through those terms and conditions. You read through.
And if you want to change anything in the contract or the terms and conditions, I've had people do that with me, and I'm like, yeah, no worries. You said that. Can you pop it in the contract? Not a problem.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would rather it be in writing so that in 2 years when you come to their wedding, it's there for you as well, and be like, oh yeah, forgot. That we had that conversation.
Again, it's the new staff. Like, the hospitality industry is a high turnover of staff, and that's why you've got to get in writing.
Everything in writing.
And also, what I would say is, don't tarnish a venue with just one bad member of staff. If you've had a bad experience with one, it should get better.
It's not always that staff member, because I think sometimes the staff member is the person that's relaying the stuff that's coming from above.
Yeah.
And actually the people above can change their minds a lot. I've worked in venues where they'll say one thing one day and then the next time they're like, we're not doing that now. And I'm like, yes, but I've told that person we have to still do that.
Yeah, like we've stopped doing chair drapes.
Yeah.
But everyone who's booked chair drapes,
it still gets them.
I still have to honour it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's like buying a chocolate bar saying you can't eat it. I've got to have it back.
You can hold it.
You can look at it.
We
like chocolate.
We do like chocolate. What would you say to people that are having that issue though of things changing? Because people do book like 3 years in advance, especially for venues, what if they then start adding, maybe that's a question we need to add to the thing, what work are you intending to do in the meantime? Like if they suddenly popped up a massive brick wall outside the glass top table backdrop, you can't, like, surely they can't do that, but how can you say you can't do that to a venue?
I think in their contract they must have structural work or something like that to have a look at. If it benefits you, then great, but if it doesn't, this is really difficult because venues will change, improve, and I think communication is
improve
key.
is in what are these called for anyone watching?
Commas improve.
Yeah. But improve to them does not always improve to you. It might be that they paint all the walls green, like it improves the venue, but you expected white.
I think you need a get out of clause. And again, what works are you doing? Or communicating enough time ahead of communicating in advance. So you can these are our plans. We're going to be doing it in 12 months time. We're going to be doing it in 6 months time. So you can then start going, hang on a minute, because for example, we've just had something recently where something's been installed right by the staircase, and we're meant to be doing a massive floral install, and now we can't. That client's paid. Do you have to refund that? That client's paid me in full to do a massive floral install, but one, it's ruined the whole vibe of our wedding. What we're doing. So we now need to do a full 360.
See, whose fault is that? But like, if it came to, say it's 3 weeks before and they say, well, we don't need that install anymore, do you say, okay, I'll refund you? Like, it's not your job to, exactly. So only the bride and groom lose in that situation? We are very reasonable, and if things change, we will adapt and change. Put it somewhere else and stuff. We've booked florists, we've pre-ordered flowers, we've done stem counts, we've done a lot of work's gone in, so that's why we can't avoid. If I could, I would. We wouldn't survive as a business. Exactly. And that's another thing, when you're speaking to these venues, they're people, they're businesses, they have to survive. Yes, you are getting married, yes, it's your one special day, but you still gotta make money. I like to treat people how I give a fair outcome. If it was me making fair, and there's nothing wrong with, as a couple, pushing back and asking more questions. Do that. Or just like, why? Why I don't understand that. I don't understand what your decision is and what you're going to achieve from that. X, Y, Z. What you'll find with new venues is things will change constantly because of licensing, complaints from neighbours, rules, regulations. Tried things and it didn't work. Like, they have to do something. Again, if you're booking somewhere that's pretty new or doesn't do many weddings as a venue, get other people to come and help you do that. You need professionals to come and say to you, well, what's happening there? Is this going to be there? Will there be a path there? Because you're expecting guests to, like, all of this sort of stuff. Please get help. Ask people. So the venues that do a lot of weddings, like you said, they know it. It's like clockwork. We know what's happening. We know the expectation. We know the rules. We know the licenses. We do weddings every day. And it will run seamlessly. Yeah, exactly. I've got another bitch from a bride. Would you like it? Yeah. Okay. Hi, loving the podcast. It actually says this. I'm not just saying this at the start of each one. Question for you guys to answer. I'm getting married next year after 11 years with my boyfriend, now fiancé. Ooh, 11 years. 11 years. Go, girl. You go. Finally put a ring on it. And I'm so excited to be married. Neither of us are very traditional, and I, the bride, would really love to do a speech. I have always been super nervous of public speaking, and it shows. My voice shakes and goes all together, or sometimes I almost lose my breath. I can be quite emotional too, so I'm also worried I'll cry the whole way down the aisle or through the vows or speech, etc. Can you offer any tips to point me in the right direction of someone who could help? You need a speech coach. Interesting. Speaking coach. I'm going to disagree with you. Speech therapist, speech coach that will help you execute and elevate and make you sound really confident and boss this speech. And crying is okay. Like, I like tears, but like, if you can't go, I do, I don't. I would like to say two things. One thing, I think I'm quite an emotional person. Anytime I pictured getting married to Brian, it would bring tears to my eyes. I would be driving to weddings, playing our music, getting emotional. What are you hitting the chair for? I can't listen to this conversation anymore. I disagree. You are not an emotional person. Brian, come here. You're not a wettie. I am for weddings. I'm a wettie. No, I cry at happy stuff. I cry at EastEnders. I don't cry at sad stuff. I cry at happy stuff. So if you say something nice to me, it will make me cry. Like, it's nice stuff. It's moments in time that will make me cry. Okay. So the thought of walking down the aisle got me, and I was like, oh my goodness, so how did you hold that together? Literally, I cried like once on my wedding. Just, it hits you differently. It's like watching yourself do it. It's not emotional. It's really weird. It's like the adrenaline and everything.
I'm sorry, that's bullshit, because I literally nearly cried in your ceremony.
But it's not your wedding.
Yeah, but
I didn't cry.
Yeah.
It's so weird, because I would be somebody that cries at that.
Brian had a tear, didn't he?
I think
There's
the only moment we
one
both
photo
did,
where he's like,
it's a great photo. I think that moment we both had like that awkward smiley, like actually doing this moment walking down the aisle where the tears sort of come. But I thought I'd be sobbing walking down the aisle, and I just didn't. It just
you're more nervous about getting down the aisle in one piece.
I just wanted to walk, not trip,
with that little booty,
tight dress, walking down. So my first thing would be, I think you'd be surprised at how much actually adrenaline. And I don't see that many brides who sob, like genuinely, because it's so.
But she said she's a sobber.
Most people, like a lot of people that I speak to, are really worried about crying, and then they just don't. I think you'll cry a lot in the morning. Like I cried in the morning, and then as soon as the wedding hits,
I'm getting married. Yeah. Do I want to do it?
Yeah, that was what I was like. Oh, why have I done this? But that's one thing I would say. The second thing I would say, and this goes for brides, grooms, dads, anybody, mums. If you are gonna not be good at doing a speech, don't make yourself do a speech.
Yeah, but she wants to do a speech. This is what we are meant to be helping this lovely bride.
But I would question, why do you want to do a speech?
Yeah, true.
Like if you're going to sit there and freak yourself and out for the whole day, do not do it.
Or just do a really small one. Just be like, thank you everyone for coming. You all look amazing. Like, we really appreciate you all.
It doesn't need
As you know, this has been 11 years coming. Or just make your speech really funny. Do you know what I'd do?
What?
Get like a book and put like dust in it and
I was
going to
do that. I saw that on TikTok.
So I've been holding my speech. I wrote this speech
11 years, 6 months ago. I think, and I've done this quite a few times with couples, is that a bride will say, I might want to do a speech. And I'm like, cool. You let me know if you want to do it, and I'll start the speeches at this time. If you don't want to do it, give me the eyes and we won't do it.
Or, welcome to my wedding.
I wish I'd done that.
I think comedy is always a good way to...
Yeah, I think my speech, because I'm quite a confident person, but I'm not very good at standing up in front of loads of people, and I whizzed through my speech. Like, I just read it quick. It was not a well executed speech, but it's quite funny.
Oh, I disagree.
Do you think I just read too quick?
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
People always ask me, I speak a lot in stages and in front of people at conferences and things like that. And Jack when Jack did his speech, he was like, I cannot do, like, he was like, the dog met the cat and they were in love. He had like the bullet cards, and I was literally all you need to do, like your dad did, you need to have a subject or a few key words that you're going to be like, right, so da.
My tip would be as well,
don't write it word for word.
Don't write it word for word, but also don't write nothing.
Yes.
Sometimes 100%. People are like, no, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, because everyone's looking at you and you stand up and you go, ugh.
It's a conversation. You need to engage people. For example, when I was helping Jack write his speech, I was like, they were like, oh, there was this time. Oh, Kinch, do you remember that story? Get the audience involved so you feel like you're getting
not alone stood up there.
Yeah.
Nice. Can we have tip jar?
It's time for the tippy jar.
Tips, anybody? We accept notes.
So if anyone doesn't know what the tip jar is, Georgie put a load of random topics in there, and we're going to pull them up and talk about it.
Try and give you a tip.
If anyone likes
ASMR. Oh, I actually really love ASMR.
Same.
It's a bit weird. Like if
I
can't
like it
get
when
to
they
sleep,
do like the little...
It's when they do
slime or something.
No, it's face ones for me. When they do like makeup and hair, and I'm like, touch me. It does.
So this time, groom gift ideas.
Ooh, I have a good tip for this. You need to have something he wants, something he needs, and something sentimental.
I thought you were going to say sexy.
And that, if you want that. So to me, I got Brian, what did I say? Something he wants. He wanted a gold wedding ring. So I changed his wedding ring to a gold one.
Wait, did you buy it?
Yes. Something he...
How much was it?
I can't tell you that because...
Okay.
Holly Robinson Jewelry.
Discount.
Yeah.
Bog off, buy one, get one free.
Yeah, as soon as I got the one. Something he needs, I got him...
Wait, hold up. So you got like 4 presents?
I got more than that because I just did bits.
Oh, okay,
let me try and think about the whole box. Hold on. So,
you did a box.
I did a box of little presents. I know I did a really cute bag. Sorry, actually.
When did you give him them?
So I left them at the venue because that's where Brian would be getting ready, and I told Brian to not open anything until the photographer came.
Okay.
Top tip. You want the photos of them, and they looked cool photos of them opening stuff.
I'd sneakily open it and then put it back in box and open it for photography.
Did you do that? He didn't do that. Nah, he wouldn't do that. So he had the ring. So then what's the other one? Something he needs. I got him 2 things for that. So I got him some arm cuff things. Have you ever seen them? They like hold shirts.
No, but I saw it. Brian was wearing it, and I've never seen them before.
So he used to wear them when he worked at TGI Fridays. Like bartenders sometimes wear them because it keeps the sleeve in the right place. So they looked cool, and a handkerchief that then I embroidered the groom on.
So and then you better cry.
And then on the back it said you better cry, which was cute. And then something sentimental was a shiny Charizard Pokemon card.
Oh, shut up. How much are they worth?
Well, it's not that. Let me explain it better. So,
sorry, you got him a Pokemon.
Hold on, no. Sentimental
Pokemon.
means doesn't have to make sense to you. Let me explain. So we have a running thing going that I had a better childhood and I had whatever I wanted and I was a little princess. He got nothing because he grew up in South Africa and in mud hut, and he didn't really. But this is the card he plays. So Isla has got quite into Pokemon cards, and he had kept saying like, I'd never had a shiny Charizard, and that's something I always wanted. So then, like, that was legit his favorite present from the wedding because it was
cute. Like, I can imagine his little smile.
I know fair. He did love that.
I like things that, like you say, like sentimental, but also things that they won't expect. Like, show you've listened to something, and
that was a big wife tick box. That was good. I like that. But yeah, try and think of those 3 things: want, need, sentimental.
A lot of people do get each other aftershave and perfume. Yeah. Something different to what they wear.
So I got sorry, I'm interrupting. I am interrupting because I'm just going to add on to that. So Hannah got me my perfume, but then she got a little trophy plaque thing and stuck it to it that then had Mrs. Mitchell on and the date.
I mean, should I finish what I was saying? Or?
Yeah, go on then.
No, it doesn't matter. You fucking said it.
Well, it's mine that was on my wedding. You can't use one of my photos.
I didn't see it on your photo. I didn't look at that one.
Why didn't you look at that?
I looked at the decor. Yeah, so some people get each other aftershave, and that's like, because you don't have to do anything really expensive. No. Why do you have to do gifts? Tell me that. Why do you need to do gifts? You just spent 30 odd K on a wedding, if not more.
Because I didn't spend a lot on gifts though.
How much was your Pokemon card?
Not ridiculous. Not ridiculous. Like genuinely.
How much?
I'm not telling you.
Tell me.
Not ridiculous. But it's more about the... I'm not telling you.
Was it more
It's not expensive. It was not
more
expensive.
than £100?
It doesn't matter. It's not expensive.
Was it more than £100?
He got me gifts as well. We both said to each other, we'll just get each other something cute for the wedding.
Okay.
So Brian got me a necklace and a spa day.
Nice.
Yeah. So and there was a bit of thought behind it. The spa day was because it was stressful getting married and things like that. So I think anything that's just
but you're
nice.
Not telling me why. Why a gift?
Because I don't know. This is what happens. Other people get gifts.
I know it's a thing, but like, what? The gift is you get me.
I did want to. One of my friends got a drawing of her ass.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, but where would you put, like, let's be real.
Just in his pocket. So people do the boudoir shoots. I'd actually love to do that.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'd be sexy enough.
Yeah, but they would make you look sexy. 100%.
Yeah, but like, what are you going to do with it?
Just for his, like, little...
What are you going to do? Have it in his wallet and Isla would be like,
no. In his...
Is this Mummy?
Mummy looks fit. No, like...
Mummy got no clothes on.
It's like bedside table, isn't it?
Anyway, I think we're digressing. Thank you for listening. I hope it was useful. As always, we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
For even more
goss,
fun,
drams,
goss. We're going to ramp it up next week. We've been very informative, haven't we, these past few weeks? But I hope it's been helpful.
Yeah.
Please send us a DM.
Yeah.
Please leave us a review on Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening. And let us know where you listen, because we love it.
We're nosy. We like to see you guys too.
See you next week. Bye.